Wilson, and welcome to Pocket of Inspiration, where we create better versions of ourselves. Now, are you a business owner who finds that you have so much to do but so little time? And you've made efforts to find the right team or a staff that will help you grow your business but failed? Then today's guest is here to help you. Mr. Keon Smith is a certified business coach at Actioncoach Guyana, Guyana's #1 business coaching firm. He is a business development manager and is committed to his self-development and helping others to grow. Keon,
Hi Ruth, good afternoon.
thank you for being here.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Now, I've known you for a little less than a year. I think the first time we met was at the Action Coach Business Growth Seminar.
Yes.
And then we had a one-on-one session.
That's correct.
And from then to now, you've grown. And now you're a certified business coach.
That's correct.
So what was your motivation for becoming a professional coach? And what have you found to be most rewarding about your job?
Well, thank you very much for the question. And when it comes to finding your profession, finding your calling, it all starts with what is your why, the big reason why you're actually getting into it. And I remember from my secondary school years, I always found myself in a position where I'm transferring knowledge to individuals, my classmates, and that continued with me all the way up to university. And I found a company, Actioncoach Guyana, that actually facilitated me transferring those skills to people. And what I absolutely love about it is that it comes with a structure, because we are an international business coaching franchise from Australia. They've been around for 25 years they have tested and proven methods. We've been here now in Ghana for the past 3 years. And seeing what Action Coach can do, has done for many businesses around the world, I thought to myself, why not become certified so that you can continue along the path for my personal vision, which is the transfer of skills and knowledge, that it can be done in a more structured way that allows people to grow personally and professionally. And that ties into what I find for my job that I find very satisfying, is that every day you get to see people move one step closer towards their personal goals or towards their business goals. And that in itself, I would say in a nutshell, is the most rewarding aspect of my job.
Okay, so for some, they might be hearing the word coach or business coach for the first time. Could you please shed some light a little bit on what is a coach, the role of a coach?
Sure. As a certified business coach, we are responsible for providing necessary guidance and necessary tools and systems that help you, the business owner or prospective business owner, to understand how to manage more efficiently, more practically, how to develop your team so that you can be able to buy back a lot of your time. Many times when we get into business, we wanted the financial freedom, we wanted to be able to go on vacation, but we find ourselves sometimes so frustrated by things in our business that all of that just goes on the shelf and start collecting dust. Now, we are far different from being a consultant. As a coach, we don't come in and do the work for you. We provide you with the necessary guidance. We transfer a lot of skills to you.
Okay.
Because think about it, nobody knows your business better than you. I wouldn't come in and tell you how to run your business, but what we do is provide the foundation on which you can run it more effectively.
Okay, great. So in the line of effectiveness, sometimes a business owner finds as they start up their business, they start running it, they pretty much have to do everything inside the business, and when they know that they want to grow, they might need a team or they need to work more so on the business more than in the business. So how can a business owner transition from working in the business to working on the business?
That's a very good concept, and many persons may try to figure out, what is the difference between working in and on the business? When you're working in the business is where you find yourself, you are what we call a chief cook and bottle wash. You want to do every single thing in the business.
Yeah.
And what eventually that happens is that you save a wage, but you're going to cost yourself a fortune. Because your time is so spread out, you don't have enough time to focus on growing the business, the strategies that you need to work on growing the business. And unfortunately, If you don't do that, nobody will work on that for you.
Mm-hmm.
So even though in the beginning you might be a solopreneur, which is a single owner,
Yes.
you may need to do these things, but you need to find some time to work on the business. And this is building the strategies that are going to help your business to grow. Who's going to be working on your marketing?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be working on educating the public about what you have and how they can benefit from it? Who's going to be working on your strategic alliances? So even if you do have another team member, I don't think that person will find enough time to work. They're not as passionate about your business as you are. So you have to find some time during your busy schedule to start working on the business. And it's always a good recommendation that you find your high focus time, whether it's early in the morning, it's late in the evening, where you can clear your mind and start looking at how do I grow my business.
Okay, great, thank you. So you said like when you have to bring someone on the team, they might not be so passionate, and I find that a lot of business owners have the problem of finding the right team member or staff to work for them. And how do they really go about having the person or team or staff to work for them? How do they actually have them enrolled into the value of the business and make sure that they're engaged and really in tune with the business and their goals?
So I can safely tell you that there's no magic formula, there's no magic potion when it comes to getting the right team members. What it first takes is an introspection from you as the leader. Because I'm going to quote from Brad Sugar's, what his father told him is that, Brad, you get the people you deserve. Which means that as the owner or the leader of the business, you need to first take a look at yourself and make sure that you buy into your own company vision. That you understand the values that you want to have in your business, and you need to illustrate that, you need to exhibit that. Then you can go about looking for your team members, and we have many different HR tools that we use to make sure you hire the right people. Bringing the right person on the bus is always key from the beginning. We always ensure that one, your vision is strong. Your vision is meant to enroll and to inspire, which means that it needs to bring the right people on the team, and it needs to inspire them to be a part of the business and to understand where the business is going. And I can safely tell you from dealing with the business owners and their company, we always work on strengthening the vision. That's one of the first things we work on. Because if the vision is not strong enough to even get you moving, and we have a nice way of testing the vision. We tell you to write it out very big. You put it next to your bed head, wherever you wake up and you see it. And if you look at that vision and you turn back and say, I'm going to take another 10 minutes, it means our vision is not strong enough. You need to revise that vision. It needs to pull you out of bed, and your vision is what gives you the energy to actually get up and go and do what you have to get done. So it starts from the business owner taking introspection to having a very strong vision, and then you need to create the culture within the organization to retain, very important to retain those good candidates. Because many times what happens, the candidates come in, they buy into the vision, you promote a lot of internal growth, personal development, they started to grow, and what happens? They're not remunerated, they're not rewarded. You want to make sure that the company can grow as much as the individuals, and that those persons are compensated for their efforts as well.
Okay, great. So before our last question, I must thank you for making the time to share some knowledge about business management and so on. And I'm sure the viewers find value in what you're saying, right? So what do you think is the single most important core value for creating the best version of yourself?
That is quite simple. It is personal development. Invest in your personal development. We always believe that the only time you should ever stop learning is when you're resting peacefully forever and ever. The more you continue to invest in yourself is the more you grow as an individual, and the more knowledge you have to transfer either to your team members or to other individuals that can also help them to grow. And one of the fastest way of getting what you want is by helping people get what they want, and said by John Maxwell. And the reason is you cannot give what you don't have. That's very, very important. So you need to find the time on your schedule amidst doing everything else that you like, which is maybe lying with the boys or the girls, depending on your gender of entrepreneurship. Finding the time in the business, but you need to schedule time during the week, during the day, to work on your personal development. Continue to invest in yourself. That should not be counted as an expense, but rather as an investment.
I love that.
And many persons don't know to distinguish between the two. Right? So anything for you, it should be an investment because you are going to see returns from it later on.
Yes.
Right? So the single most important thing, please invest in yourselves. Keep growing yourself. For me, it's always booking the next course even before the last one is finished. That's a new mantra I've taken on over the past 2 years, and it's really continued to propel me to take in more knowledge. So when you're in a situation where you need to share with somebody, you need to guide them, you can go back to your reservoir of information and knowledge and be able to move that person a step closer to where they need to go.
Okay, great. So if someone would like to get in contact with you, is there a number, a social media page
Sure.
you can contact you on?
Alright, so you can call us on 223-5583. That's our office number. One of our team members will be ready to provide you necessary information and take you through the steps of where you need to go. We're also on Facebook. You can look for Actioncoach Guyana. So Action Coach is one word. Look for us on Facebook. We also have our website, which is Actioncoach Guyana Keon Smith Vision Dorado. And you can check and see what we're doing. We're also on YouTube. We have our YouTube channel.
Okay.
You can look for Actioncoach Guyana on YouTube as well, where you get a chance to hear and see some of the testimonials from clients who've been working with us, some of them since our inception over the past 3 years. And they just continue to grow and grow and grow. And even amidst what we can consider last year as Guyana's worst economic period, we still had clients growing. And that is by taking the simple steps to fix the small and the big things that can give you massive results.
Okay, great. So thank you very much once more.
It's been a pleasure.
And I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you found a lot of value here. And if you're this far into the video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment what you thought of what we shared today. So remember, this was Pocket of Inspiration. Stay true to yourself, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.